I cried, I failed. I didn't think I was gonna make it. I told my parents I made the wrong decision.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you for the support.
So I just want to thank my teammates.
These are the most emotional moments in MLB history. And first, the time a player got emotional because they almost killed a fan.
Their leagues. I mean, you've got some guys that high on down there.
Yeah, no question. And I think our guys have a.
It hit a young child, and so Almora is really up right there, and I mean he saw it. If you watch Almora, he saw it. This was moments ago, Albert Almora Jr. coming in and having a conversation with a security guard, and you can see Almora crying there.
Everybody was shocked because the ball hit the head of an innocent 2-year-old kid. She was instantly rushed to the hospital, and here's where doctors realized that she suffered permanent brain damage that was gonna ruin the rest of her life.
Obviously, I didn't want that to happen, and I didn't intend for that to happen. And then the rest was kind of a blur, the rest of that at bat. But right now, I'm just praying, and yeah, I'm speechless. I'm at loss of words.
Man, you gotta feel bad for everybody involved in something like that. But not every emotional moment has such a sad ending, because another MLB player's most emotional moment eventually led to the greatest play of their career. Wilmer Flores was up to bat when the crowd randomly gave him a standing ovation. Fans were cheering because they felt like this was the last time they'd see him. Tweets just came out that Wilmer was supposedly being traded, and he didn't even know it yet.
Wilmer's about to get traded. And social media being such these days, everybody knows what the situation is. It's a little odd that Wilmer's still in the game, but the fans giving him a nice send-off here.
You never want to get traded. The first trade is always the most difficult. It had to be a very difficult at bat for him.
Well, he's been in this organization since he was 16 years old. You've got a player who's been in your organization for 7 years, who you valued, who you are trading clearly to bring back an important asset. And the fact that he's out there and risking injury at a time when you're trying to consummate the trade is strange in itself. But for him to be that emotional and out on the field just strikes me as odd.
But as emotional as Wilmer got, it actually helped. Because once his team saw those tears, the trade got canceled. The Mets knew that they just couldn't let a player so proud to be a part of their team go just like that. So once they didn't let the trade go through, ironically in their very next game, Wilmer thanked them with a play that they'll never forget.
Flores drives it, deep left center field, Taylor back, it's out of here! Flores ends it with a home run!
He did it! Flores! And the man who was supposed to be gone, well, the ball was gone.
My goodness, you couldn't write a better script.
I think I just love being in New York, and the support I get here is unbelievable. Thank you.
Damn. You gotta respect Wilmer and the Mets for that. But the best play of his career definitely wasn't as emotional as the worst play of another's career. A championship was about to be lost, all because of something sad Kolten Wong was going through. During the World Series, literally the biggest games of his life. Even though Kolten was out there, he was secretly heartbroken.
My mom, when she came for the World Series, you could tell things were good. She just was barely able to hold food down. We had to wheelchair her most of the places. So it was just a lot of things going on. And, me being young, I wanted to do something special. And, I made a mistake.
The mistake he was about to make was about to change everything. Because even though Colton's team was winning the series, all he could really think about was his mom suffering from cancer. So with the biggest game of the series on the line and Kolten on base, his mind was in another place, and it caused him to make a mistake that ruined everything.
Check on the runner, they pick him off!
Oh, boy.
This game is over! O'Hara picks off Kolten Wong, and the Red Sox win it 4-2.
No way can this happen. Wong, with his team down by 2, makes the last out.
Colton's mistake not only lost the game, it instantly shifted the momentum of the entire series. After that, his squad went on to lose 2 more games, and it made them lose their chance at a championship. Kolten felt like it was all his fault. So not only was he emotional that he let his city down, other people were threatening to kill him.
was like, man, I didn't know what to say. I just kept apologizing because like I just felt like I let St. Louis down. I was getting death threats on Twitter, Instagram, all that. It's a game. I think people kind of always forget that, but people don't realize that, you know, that was nothing compared to what I had to deal with that offseason. After that whole thing went down, I just wanted to go home to my family, collect my thoughts, be around my family, be around my mom as much as I could, because we kind of knew that her time was almost up. The day before she passed away, we come up, so we go up and see her. And the first thing she tells me, she's like, how much she loves us and this and that. And we're like, oh yeah, you know, we love you too. We're glad you're feeling better. And she tells me, she's like, you know, I continue to play that game. She's like, don't worry about the pickoff. Just go out and have fun. And the next day, you know, we show up and, you know, we find out that, you know, she's about to pass away. She was basically telling me what I need to do for the rest of my life. In you know, a few words. You know, going through that and losing her at that time, it rocked me. I think everybody has those times in their lives where they go through what seems like hell. That was mine.
Damn, you gotta feel for Colton. His situation was bigger than just baseball. But what if I told you there's an emotional moment where a player got so mad, it got him trolled by his opponents? David Ortiz thought this pitch was going to be called ball 4 and he could take his base. But instead, Stevie Wonder, the blind umpire, called it a strike. That was obviously ridiculous because just look at how out of the zone the pitch was. But alright, Ortiz tried keeping his cool during the rest of his at-bat until eventually he struck out. Now he was pissed, because it never should have even got to that point, so Ortiz's emotions made him go crazy.
Wow. I don't think that phone's going to work anymore.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Phone still works, which is good news.
Yeah, your phone wouldn't work, my phone wouldn't work, but that thing still works.
And it wasn't just the commentators joking about what he smashed. Ortiz's opponents eventually trolled him by gifting him an exact authenticated dugout phone like he destroyed. They're hilarious for that. But alright, not every at-bat leads to getting trolled. There's 4 home runs that led to some of the most emotional moments in MLB history. The first home run that got people emotional came from Aaron Judge.
Drill to left field. A long home run for Aaron Judge. Into the second deck.
It looked like a Blue Jay dad giving that Yankee kid the home run ball. So good job by everybody out there.
Aaron, there's a clip that's going viral. A little boy got the home run ball. He was crying in the stands. What's it like to have that kind of impact on young fans?
Really? That's passion right there.
You gotta give credit to a Canadian fan who actually caught the ball and gave it to the kid. So it was a Toronto fan who caught the ball, an adult, and gives it to a child who's wearing your jersey.
No way. That's what's special about this game, man. It doesn't matter, what jersey you wear. They're everybody's fans. Everybody appreciates this game, and that's pretty cool. I gotta check out that video. That's special. How you doing, my man?
Great.
You had a fun time of the game yesterday, huh? No, it's a wonderful thing you did.
Thank you.
Incredible, fan-to-fan connection like that is pretty impressive, man. Hats off all the Blue Jays fans for sure, man. There you go, my man. Wow. I got these for you.
No way.
Those are mine. Don't lose those, all right?
Thank you.
Don't lose those, all right?
But giving a kid the most special moment of their life is one thing. Pete Alonso got himself emotional after breaking a historic record.
Not as sharp and sure.
In the center field. This one is back at the wall. It is gone. A new rookie single-season home run king as Pete Alonso moves past Aaron Judge and stands alone with 53 home runs in his rookie season.
Pete Alonso has made history, and it has just been dreamlike for him this season. It just keeps getting better.
He's about to cry on the field. The story of Pete Alonso and this year with the Mets, you couldn't write it any better. Coming up, making the team, winning the home run derby, and now he's crying on the field after breaking the all-time rookie home run record.
Well, I just think it shows you the emotion in the game and how much he's put into this, doing something people probably said you wouldn't be able to do.
Well, he's thinking about all the people that have helped him throughout his career.
Yeah.
But as emotional as that was, people were expecting his home run. Nobody expected this third one when during another MLB player's first at-bat ever, he made his entire family emotional.
And a high fly ball to deep left field. How about this story? A solo home run, and it was a monumental one for his first major league hit. Wes Wilson just picked up right where he left off in the minor leagues. The 28-year-old, he has just lifted his family high in the air.
I gotta tell you, that's emotional.
That's chilling, man.
That is emotional.
But this next emotional moment is something a player wants to forget, because Freddie Freeman's emotions came out from a $27 million scandal. See, Freddie was due for a big payday because he won MVP and eventually led his squad to a championship. But while being one of the best players in the league, he became a free agent, so big decisions needed to be made about his future. The problem was, he wasn't the one fully in control of his career. His agency, Excel Sports Management, was, and they were about to do something shady. Fans felt that Freddie was a player the Braves needed to keep, and even he made it clear he wanted to stay.
I've watched your career, and I know what you mean to the city of Atlanta, but I gotta ask, do you want to be here the rest of your career?
Of course.
I know you do.
I know, of course. Everyone knows that answer.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think I was going to be sitting here with no contract. I did. Everyone knows it's a crazy game, crazy business, but everyone knows where my heart is, and this is the Atlanta Braves. I've been here since I was 17 years old. Almost half my life I've been in this organization, so I think everyone knows how my heart is in this organization. It means everything to put on that Braves uniform every day, so hopefully I can continue to do that.
But after saying all of that, for some reason, Freddie shocked the world. News broke that he signed a deal with the Dodgers, which ironically made no sense. Because even though Freddie was smiling when he joined his new team, that's only because he didn't know the secrets that his agents were keeping from him. It turned out that the Braves desperately wanted Freddie back. They even sent in a contract offer worth $135 million. But Freddie's agency never told him about the offer, because they wanted to get him more money from another team just so they'd make more money. That's why his Dodgers deal worth $162 million, aka more money, was the only deal they let Freddie know about. So when he eventually found out about this, not only was he pissed about how his free agency turned out, Freddie let the agency know they were fired. Unfortunately though, firing them couldn't undo the deal he signed, and even though it made him nearly $30 million more, Freddie never even cared about the money. And you could tell the next time he was in Atlanta when he got emotional multiple times.
The Atlanta Braves are proud to present a World Champions ring to a player who, although is no longer with the team, played a significant role in our championship season. Freddie Freeman!
What are you feeling right now?
Every sort of emotion. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for the support that you've shown. There's not enough words to describe. I'm just so thrilled to be back and to see all you guys again. I know I got a different uniform on, but I still love each and every one of you guys. All the emotion, it's hard to put into words. I'm just happy to be back.
Freddie was so emotional he could barely speak, because getting betrayed by others, it's never easy to deal with. But things don't get much more emotional than the MLB star who was forced to quit baseball forever.
So I just want to thank my teammates. You know, I'm really miss being around those guys.
Nobody saw that coming, because Prince Fielder, he looked unstoppable for a long time. I mean, he stayed healthy enough to play in over 547 games in a row, basically 3 full seasons without a single health issue. And combining that with his ridiculous strength made opponents fear him, because on any pitch, he had potential to do this.
Fielder lays into one. Deep left center field. Prince Fielder! A walk-off winner!
Prince's swing turned him into a home run king. His power had him setting crazy records, winning home run derbies. Prince kept dominating until he became an all-star multiple times, and he even carried his squad to a World Series. But as fast as his hits went up, his career came crashing down. Reports randomly claim that Prince was going to miss a few games due to a herniated disc in his neck. Doctors found that Prince's spine shifted, which was pinching his nerves and causing pain and numbness in his arms. This was being caused by repeated stress to his lower back from overswinging his baseball bat. So Prince feared the violent swings that made him such a legendary player were now actually ruining his life. And things got worse fast. Not long after, Prince's team announced he needed surgery, which would take him out for the rest of the season. But even though he assured everybody that he'd be back, when he returned, he was never able to play like he once did, and eventually he started to feel more pain than ever. Doctors let Prince know he could go through a second surgery, but another operation would cause him to never be able to swing a bat as hard as he used to ever again. It was a tough decision, but once Prince heard that it was either baseball or living life pain-free, he did the right thing for his health and got another surgery. But this all caused him to break the devastating news with an emotional moment.
I'm just, call this today. God damn it. The doctors told me since, 2 spinal fusions, I gotta, can't play Major League Baseball anymore. So I just want to thank my teammates, all the coaching staff. I'm really miss being around those guys because, to not be able to play is gonna be tough. And I want to thank, my wife. She's really helped me a lot as well, man. Especially, like I said, this year was, been a struggle this year. For her to stay positive and always, no matter what, she would always stay positive. She would never, she wouldn't let me, get down on myself at the house. She wouldn't let me mope. She would never let me, she would never let me feel any less about myself than I should. She always, like I said, she always made me feel like the way I was supposed to. Thank my boys, for always, no matter what, I was the best to them. So that always made me feel real good. I want to thank you guys for that, They never let me feel, they never allowed me to feel bad. So they said, oh, it's all right, Dad. They didn't break stride, from video games. They just asked me to come play video games. They never even, so proud of them for being, that strong for me at that time, because they said, it's all right. We just went back to playing video games. This year, this is actually the best, the most fun I've ever had and the best I ever felt mentally about baseball. My brain was really good with my body now, But my body just, it just gave out before. All right.
Man, you have to feel bad for Prince. The only bright side to that is at least he was able to continue living his life. Unfortunately, that's not how things ended for one of the most heartbreaking stories in MLB history that happened between two players and their craziest cars. The first player with a crazy car was Cardinals rookie Oscar Taveras, because after breaking out as one of the best prospects in baseball, he bought something to match his team colors, a red Camaro with custom rims. Now, getting a flashy car like that was cool and all, but it only had Oscar feeling like nothing could stop him. So when he was speeding down the street,
St. Louis Cardinals outfielder Oscar Taveras was killed in a car crash in the Dominican Republic yesterday. His girlfriend was also killed in the crash. Now, we're going to show you a picture of the car. Taveras was just 22 years old, and look at that car there. Oh, wow.
That accident was much worse than the news made it seem. The car was completely totaled, meaning there was a 0% chance Oscar would have made it out alive. So not only was this beyond an emotional time for his family, thousands of people who loved him got together for his funeral, where even more emotions poured out, and plenty of other MLB players showed their condolences. But the most important person to get involved was one of Oscar's good friends, MLB player Yordano Ventura. Because not only did he honor Oscar by writing his initials on his hat during a World Series game,
You can see the tribute on his cap to the late Oscar Taveras.
after such a tragic event, unfortunately, Yordano didn't learn a valuable lesson. Headlines came out not long after that he was also designing a custom car to match his team's colors. Custom rims, a custom interior, and even a sound system with his name engraved in it. The car was definitely crazy, so I don't blame him for driving this thing everywhere. But he crashed just like Oscar did, and his Jeep rolled on its side into a ditch. Apparently, Yordano wasn't even wearing a seatbelt, so he was completely thrown out of the car. But as he laid there and could have been saved, to make the situation worse, people just robbed him as he laid there dying. Giordano eventually passed away in the exact same way Oscar did, which eventually led to yet another emotional funeral.
When I see that young talent, especially coming from my country, you know, I always want to make sure that everything goes good with him. But man,
it's hard, especially going down there and seeing Giordano once more. And I just remember seeing his town and seeing all the support and all the love he had, and all the Little League, you know, jerseys and shirts out there that were Royal shirts or Giordano or Ventura uniforms. It's just special to see that every time he took the mound, he was pitching, you know, not only for himself, but he was really pitching for that whole entire community over there.
This is the patch that we have on our jerseys to remember Ace. It's just a nice little reminder that he's with us every day.
Now, all of that is heartbreaking, but custom cars could never affect as many people as another player's emotional moment, because when he was flying a plane, he crashed. That happened to Corey Little, who was more than just a pitcher for the New York Yankees. He also had his pilot's license. So being such an experienced flyer, he was always seen up in the sky. But one day, while he was flying over the city of Manhattan,
the FAA confirms that a small fixed-wing aircraft slammed into the 20th floor of the building, a 50-story high-rise condominium overlooking the East River on 72nd Street.
I'm outside at this fountain in front of my building. It's about one building in between the other one. I'm looking up at the flames and there's huge pieces of debris falling.
Corey accidentally flew towards a restricted area, and when he tried turning out the way, Corey hit the building. The crash injured 26 other people around the area, as Corey died from the impact. The situation shook the entire MLB world, so everybody who was ever close to Corey got emotional about it.
Corey was a great friend. He's a great friend of the family. You know, he had a zest for life, and I know these are depressing times.
My beautiful Corey and our beautiful son, Christopher.
It's just a big loss and a big tragedy for everybody involved. We just need to be strong in our faith and with our friends' help and everybody, and it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.